Hi, my name is Sophia Zhao, and my project is titled Rape and Genocide. I wrote this research paper for my first-year writing seminar, War, Women, and Human Rights, for the final paper. The assignment was to conduct an independent research project on any war-caused and civilian-specific topic of your choice, such as sexual violence, massacre of unarmed people, displaced refugees, and child soldiers. I could concentrate on any human rights issues in relation to specific regions and historical incidents of warfare, ancient or modern, and I chose to focus on the Rwandan genocide, and specifically, the gendered violence present in the conflict. This interest first developed as a result of our class readings, which covered topics including the rape of Nanking and the enslavement of women and girls by the Islamic State. A common thread I noticed was how often the women mentioned became pregnant or ill as a result of the rape, but very rarely was that expanded upon later. For me, when I read this, I began thinking about the slew of other physical consequences of a rape, such as venereal diseases, physical wounds, and pregnancy, and the lasting effect on the women. The reason I chose this specific conflict is because the Rwandan genocide was a crucial turning point in the way rape can be used as a weapon. These rapes are unique in that the attackers violated the women and girls with incredibly clear intentions that included a desire to inflict the maximum damage onto their victims that would affect them for the rest of their lives, whether through a deliberate transmission of venereal diseases, forced impregnation, physical incapacitation, or more commonly, a combination of all of the above. Researching and writing this piece was definitely challenging due to all the information I had to sift through to synthesize my findings, but also a great learning experience where I could delve deeply into one specific aspect of a particular conflict. The relative scarcity of first-hand accounts or statistics available wasn't a surprise due to the nature of the topic and time period, but it was still difficult to navigate the resources available. I went through 2 rounds of editing before submitting the final paper. The transition between the first and second drafts was mainly concerned with transforming my paper from an informative piece about the genocide into a well-supported argument that had a purpose. I learned how to effectively use description to give context in the scope of my larger argument, rather than overwhelming the reader with details. I also dug deeper into each individual quote I utilized to ensure that every piece of information I included was relevant and thoroughly explained. At the second revision, I mainly looked for structural inconsistencies, checking to make sure that my transitions were clear and provided fluid progression from one idea to another. Here, I really realized the importance of organization in an argument, because the order in which a sequence of ideas is presented shapes the reader's understanding of the work and affects how they respond to the ideas shown. By the final version, my piece was dramatically different from the very first draft. I centered in on a few ideas and really tried to elaborate on those rather than covering a broader range of topics and spending less time exploring each. This is probably the biggest takeaway for me from this project, learning how to focus an argument on the most valid and powerful points and elaborate upon the why and how rather than the what. In the future, I will try to utilize this method of editing where I flesh out my ideas, good and bad, in the first draft and then select the most persuasive and build upon those in future versions. Overall, I think this project is a really great introductory experience to academic research and writing, and I hope to continue developing my skills in the future. Thank you.